We're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star, the Flipping Hippo. For those of you that may be new to the channel and maybe followed Hip Flippin Mamma over here for her interview, real quick, very brief, my name is Star. Along with my life partner, Keith, we resell primarily on eBay, Amazon, Poshmark. We also delve into some Macari, Bonanza, and local sales. And we are on Instagram pretty heavily. We have a Facebook group and we have a YouTube channel. For those of you that aren't new and know me, but not Kelly, Kelly is Hip Flippin Mamma. She is one of the most wonderful people you will ever meet in your whole life. I met her in Vegas last year, and it took me 2.5 seconds to love her. So she's become such a great friend since then. She's so easy to get along with. She's a really good friend and support system to a lot of people in our community. She is a very valued gem in our community. So do you want to say hi?
Hi, I'm Kelly, Hip Flippin Mamma, or Mama, as most people call me. I have been selling on eBay and part of eBay since 2000. And I am just pretty much love. I love everybody. And if you love me back, that's great. If not, I'm going to love you anyway.
You guys see why she's so great. So she does call me and leave me voice messages, and she says, "Hey, it's Mama. I'm checking in on my hippo." You're just like super cool, Kelly.
Oh, bless your heart. I think you're super cool.
Oh, thank you. That's my dark face. I do snort when I really get to laughing.
I know you do.
From being with me in Vegas. So before we explain the format of the show, I want to check the chat real quick. I can see Donatella. Is Noelle here? Paging Noelle, Farm Girl Scavenger. Today is Donatella's birthday, so I wanted to wish her, a fellow Taurus and fellow May baby, a very happy birthday. And Noelle's was Sunday on Mother's Day, so happy birthday, Noelle.
And on that point, I'll call Noelle later and sing to her. Donatella, have a happy birthday, filled with love and good cheer. On this special day, I'd like to say I love you every day of the year. May your wishes be fulfilled. May all your dreams come true. Have a happy birthday. That's what Mama's wishing for you.
And many more.
I almost broke my glasses.
I don't want to do that. So I see a bunch of people in the chat. I see Rhonda, Amelia, Colleen, Donatella, obviously, Sandra, Landshark Picker, Brandy Hunter, Nicole. There's so many people here already. I'm going to refresh this because my video is telling me we have one person here. But I see a lot of people. So 27. That's awesome. So, you guys, this is only the second Hangin with the Hippos I've ever done. Last week was the premiere of the new series. #1 interview was with Casey, the Rockstar Flipper. If you didn't see that, and even if you did, let me quickly tell you about the format of this new show. I have on wonderful people from the reselling community, and then I will interview them with 10 serious questions about their business, reselling, being an entrepreneur. Then we go into a lightning round where I ask them 10 random questions of trivia, off the wall stuff, just to see if you're smarter than a 5th grader, with a bonus 11th question from Keith so that he can kind of participate, even though he won't get on camera. And then we go into another round called This or That, where I'm going to shoot really quick this or that questions at Kelly, and she has to make a split-second decision.
Just remember,
Just
remember who you are asking these questions to.
Oh, I catered these to you.
Because what comes into the mind comes out of the mouth.
And then we have a bonus 11th this or that from Keith for you as well. And then she was asked to bring 5 questions that she gets to ask me at the end.
Right here.
I told her that.
I've got hearts right here. See?
Don't want to see them. So
little butts, upside down butts.
Upside down butts. Neither one of us has seen each other's questions. We have no idea what's coming. I told her last night, she offered to show me, and I said, I think it'll be better off the cuff when you're put on the spot. And then at the very end of the show, we will open up the floor for questions from you all. So if you have questions, please hold them till the end so we don't miss them when we have an opportunity to answer you. So welcome in, everybody. Let's just get started. Number one, obviously, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been reselling? How did you get started? Are you full-time?
First of all, thank you so much for asking me to do this, Star. I feel very honored and privileged, even though we are friends, that you would take time out of your overly busy day for Mama. Because normally you ignore me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Look, you get busy, and Mama's always the last one to know, so I understand. But I've been on eBay since 2000, as I said before. Been selling since about 2001. Just a little bit here and there when bill money was due, where we've got all these, we don't use them, let's sell them. And I am a full-time reseller now. I left my job about 3 months ago. Full-time. I have worked full-time since I was 18 years old, actually before that, but in the administrative, in corporate management world for many years, and sold eBay part-time. Now that is all gone forever. And now I am a full-time eBay seller, but I also do jewelry auctions, which takes up actually now 75% of my time. I do jewelry auctions on YouTube every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
And her YouTube channel's in the description box, guys, so make sure you sub.
And so I still do my eBay. So my eBay, I'm getting my store up there for my eBay.
Okay, awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been married. I've been with the same guy for 34 years. That's why I'm so gray. And 2 kids, 29, 26. I have a 6-year-old granddaughter, and lots of animals.
Lots of animals. Lots of cute animals. She puts them on Instagram. Her Instagram is also in the description box. Follow her over there. So what all platforms do you sell on? And if it's more than one, which is your favorite and which is your least favorite?
Well, right now I'm only on eBay. However, I do have a Poshmark set up, and Etsy set up, and Mercari set up, and I'm going to be cross-posting. I meant to do it last night when I was posting on eBay. When I was listing on eBay, I was going to cross-post, but I forgot to. But I am going to start this week cross-posting to Etsy and to Poshmark.
Okay. Sorry, I lost internet there for a second on my laptop. Not on that one. That one's hardwired. The one we're running the show through is hardwired because the Wi-Fi doesn't like to work here. It's been raining for... We need a boat to get to the store.
Wow.
Those of you that live in PA know how much it's been raining.
It's going to start raining here again tomorrow, so...
But if you do sell jewelry, that is a good idea to be on Etsy. And Poshmark is good for jewelry as well. You can have a boutique there if you make your own jewelry. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yep. Sydney makes some of her own jewelry, and she has a boutique on Poshmark where she sells it. And you get, Poshmark buyers typically pay more money, and they pay shipping. So
yes, and I have seen her jewelry in her boutique. So very, very nice things.
Yes, she does. Okay, so what item or what category do you sell the most of?
Well, right now, hard goods. I used to be primarily clothes, but now I've really gotten into hard goods, and I've gotten into glassware, whether it be bowls and dishes or glasses or vases or anything like that. I really switched from the clothes, which is what I used to do, 95% of. I've switched over to the hard goods because it's not boring. It's something different. It's a bunch of one-offs. I do some replenishables, and those are, multiple quantity and things like that. But for the most part, yeah, I'm still doing my clothes that I I still have the ones that I still haven't listed yet. I do still buy some clothes, depends on what it is, what the profit margin is, trying to get my average sale price up. But primarily it's hard goods.
Primarily hard goods and glass, and then jewelry.
Yeah, jewelry. 90% of my income right now comes from the jewelry. Yeah.
And you make it most of it yourself, right?
No. I have made jewelry before, but this is jewelry that is 925, so it's sterling silver. I'm just getting into the gold, gemstones, things of that nature. Some, fashion jewelry, costume jewelry. I love vintage costume jewelry. So the old stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are videos where you're doing something with jewelry. I guess I thought you were making jewelry.
No, I will. I'm known to buy a really beautiful piece of jewelry. Let's say like this piece right here. I don't know if you can see it, but this was all completely full. And like, I might take this one piece. I'm not going to this piece because it's a $50 piece here, but I might take this one piece and break it down and make 4 or 5 different pieces of jewelry out of it. So I do that, but I don't take the loose things and create something with it. I may deconstruct something and make several different pieces out of it. But
Well, that's even more interesting and fun, I think.
well, for the most part, though, I leave things as they are. It depends. I'm really big right now into, getting the jewelry jars, getting the really fine jewelry, and getting into that. When I first started, I was doing mostly fashion jewelry, and of course the vintage costume jewelry, because I collect vintage costume jewelry. So, and I'm moving up into the sterling silver and the Mexican silver and the gold and the gemstones.
Okay, so we are on number 4. Your favorite item to sell and your least favorite.
My least favorite item to sell has got to be shirts. I don't, and it's what I used to sell a lot of. I used to sell a lot of golf shirts, and I think the reason I don't like to sell shirts is because I do 7 different measurements on shirts. I'm really big into measurements, and I don't know if you want me to go over with everything that I measure, but a woman's shirt has 7 different measurements and a man's shirt has 6. And I like to put all those measurements into my listing so everybody can see, if hips are their problem, with their figure, they know what the measurements are in that area. If it's the waist, they need something that's smaller in the waist. They know what the measurements are there. And that way you're a lot less likely to get an item not as described if you've got measurements for everything. So shirts are definitely my least favorite. My favorite would be glasses. Glasses are my favorite thing to photograph. They're beautiful, especially something like this. It's beautiful to look at. It's beautiful to listen to when it clinks. It just feels good in your hand. And, it's something that everybody's going to have. I mean, this is a rare commodity, and it's beautiful. It's visually stunning to look at. And I enjoy photographing in a day. I used to hate to take pictures, but when it's a piece of art like this, or like a really nice piece of jewelry, you can't help but not want to work with it.
Very interesting. We actually don't do any measurements on shirts at all. I've done videos on why, because we can list 3 times the amount without measurements and we have free returns. And even when we used to do 6 or 7 measurements, we would still get returns for fit. So I'd rather list more.
Well, you know what?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I've always done a lot of measurements in all the years that I've been selling. Now, I don't sell high volume like you do, Star. But in all the years that I've been selling, and it's very, very long time, I've only ever had 2 returns.
Oh, whoop.
two returns, and one was last year.
You get 2 a week. 2 a day.
And, one was last year. It was a pair of pants that just didn't fit. And then most recently I got a return because they didn't like the color. The color wasn't what they thought that it was going to be, and it didn't match the shirt they wanted it to match. So they returned it. But
yeah, I've had 10 of those in the last week. I'm not even kidding. But
yeah,
it's volume. So we're consistently getting this scrub top didn't match my scrub. I bought this to match a specific pair of scrub pants. It didn't match. We have free returns on, even with measurements provided, like on jeans. They will still try to item not to describe it for doesn't fit because they're trying to get around paying the shipping.
Right.
And don't understand free returns yet. I don't know. There's just like a lot of reasons why we don't. But see, we don't really do women's shirts anymore. You may see some in the store now because I inherited a friend's store when she went out of business, and I'm putting her the free inventory in. But typically, it's only men's shirts, and somebody even said the chat, men don't care about measurements, and Keith can go through them so fast. Now, I will say with the jeans, I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
And I still get returns for didn't fit, too tight, didn't fit the way a size, whatever should have fit.
Right.
People can't read. If they can't see that it has free returns on it and they got to lie to try to get a free return.
Well, the last return I had was opened as an INAD, and when I received the return back, I didn't return them through eBay. I didn't refund them through eBay because I would have had to have refunded them in full, and that wasn't the situation. They just didn't like the color. So I went into PayPal and refunded them through PayPal, and then went over and made a comment on that I've already refunded them through PayPal, and I just subtracted the shipping. So then eBay sent me an email stating that INAD was closed. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess the more it's kind of like a catch-all or a catch-22, I guess. The more you list, the more you're going to sell, but the more you sell, the more chances you have of returns.
Exactly. I am small potatoes. Now, my potatoes are all the potatoes I can handle. It's, I want to double and triple my inventory. And it's just because I haven't been full-time for that long.
And you don't have a Keith?
I don't have a Keith. And I went from 1,000 square feet of space downstairs to 110 square feet upstairs, which is why you see all of this. Okay. So I'm still trying to organize this small room to accommodate what I need, to accommodate all my needs. So I'm still very much in an organizational phase. And when I started doing the jewelry auctions, it just consumes my time. So it's 75% jewelry and 25% eBay. So.
And you do YouTube. I mean, you got a lot on your plate, and you're only one person. We're two people, to be fair.
Yeah, and I with Rocky Balboa right now, he's on hospice. So I know that seems weird to say hospice for a dog, but he is on hospice. He has a lung tumor the size of his lung. So we're just, he's doing okay, but he does require a lot of care. And he's spoiled rotten. He likes to be held all the time. So.
And you can't see out of that.
No. You want to see him?
Sure.
He's deaf, so he won't hear you.
I've seen him on Poshmark, but I want to see him on live show.
This is Rocky Balboa.
Not Poshmark. I saw him on Instagram. Oh, hi. You're a pug.
Yeah, black pug.
Hi, you're a pug. Listen to my voice.
He's deaf, so he can't hear you.
Oh. My dad, he passed away in 2014, but his favorite dog was pugs. He had a little tan one named Fifi.
This is how he likes to lay, just like this.
Oh.
And he'll usually put see where his foot is right here on my throat. I sing to him, so I'll sing, "Rock-a-bye, Rocky, in the treetop, when the bough breaks, the cradle will." I don't know what the words are.
He just built your voice box. That's so cute.
Yeah. He'll put see when he puts his paw there, he wants me to sing to him.
He is so sweet.
Now he didn't do that before he lost his hearing, but yeah. And then I've got Scrappy. I can't forget Scrappy. Come here, Scrappy Doodle. So,
Colleen said, "Oh my God, this is so cute."
now look. The
Oh.
one that I just showed you is the one that's dying. In fact, tomorrow might be his day. We are not sure. It depends on what kind of night he has. But this is his biological son, Scrappy.
Oh, hi, Scrappy.
Hi.
Too.
When we rescued 2 black pugs, they were pregnant, and so we had 8 pug puppies. Kisses,
Oh.
kisses, Scrappy kisses. Oh, thank you.
Oh, he snorted.
Yeah, that was either him or you, Star.
That was Scrappy. That was not Star.
Sorry about that.
No, thank you for sharing your pugs. They are so
absolutely
cute. And if you look at the chat, everyone's just absolutely in love with them.
Hello, everybody.
They're
I know there's a lot of people in here that I do know and I love. You all know who you are. You all know that you are loved by me.
Oh. All right. I'm going to move on to number 5.
Okay.
Favorite place to source?
Salvation Army. Hands down. Our Salvation Armies have 69-cent days on Saturdays. So anything that's the color of the week is 69 cents on Saturday, regardless of what it is. Could be $100 leather jacket, and if it's 69-cent day for that color, it's 69 cents.
That's that's better than we have 99-cent Sunday at Goodwill, but it's the same. It could
is your 99-cent Sunday for everything, or just for...
I've gotten missing jeans out of the special counter up front for 99 cents.
Yeah, see, and that's to have it only be a certain color. It's a lot harder than if everything's 99 cents.
She lives in Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo.
I like saying Kalamazoo. It sounds like a magical fairyland. It's not really a real place.
You know, we have t-shirts that say, yes, there really is a Kalamazoo.
What's your favorite task to do or job part of reselling, and your least favorite?
My favorite part is the sourcing, of course. Least favorite would be the listing part. It used to be taking the photos, but now I really like what I'm photographing. So now it's the actual going on the computer. I do everything on my phone. So I'll take the photos and then I'll find a listing, and then I'll sell similar, and I'll do a draft. I'll go through and do a draft. And then I'll go on to the, I'll post all my photos and everything, and then I'll go on to the computer, complete draft, make all the little adjustments that I need to make that you can't do on the mobile app, and I'll do them on the computer and then actually list it on the computer. So that's my least favorite, is the listing part, the setting up the listing. I don't like that.
It's one of my favorites. I'm weird.
No, that's just what your favorite is.
I like to sit at a computer and do desk work. More so now that I'm disabled and I have the bad back. It's easy for me to get comfortable in the chair and just work. But even before that, like, I always liked computer jobs, desk jobs. I do everything on the computer too. I hate the phone. I hate the apps. I don't like them. I'm a dinosaur and I'm a crotchety old lady. I like my old
lady.
I don't want to.
You're not even old. Now, you notice I didn't say you weren't crotchety, but you're not even old, my love.
I just turned 41.
Oh, honey, I'm 10 years over you.
Really?
I'm 51. I'll be 51 this year.
See, I didn't know that. Like, yeah, you have gray hair, but Keith is 30 and he has more gray hair than I do. Gray hair is an age. It's hereditary. Well, I just told people that on live. I'm sorry.
I've got white. I have white hair, and that's like, I didn't do anything with my hair today, so it's very stringy, but it's white, and all the women in my family have white hair. I've had white hair since I was 17.
Yeah, my dad's grandmother went completely white at like 18 or 19. She dyed her hair her entire life.
Yeah, I did too. And then my husband complained about the droplets in the shower, and I said, well, I can make sure there's never black droplets in the shower again, honey. He's like, cool, do it. I went in the bathroom, cut off all my hair, cut off about 14 inches of hair to about 1.5 inches long of hair, and let it grow out.
I like your hair.
Thank you.
I really do. And I know I just outed Keith, but for those of you that'll see us in Vegas, I will probably at risk of coming home by myself. Pointed out. I just like the fact that I'm a cradle robber and he's, 11 years younger than me, but he has more gray hair than me. To me, that's amusing.
There is nothing wrong with that. You're not a cradle robber. You're a cougar.
I told you guys, when me and her get together, it's not.
Look, and this is the G-rated version.
Yeah, you all should see us in Vegas. Remember the hoochie mamas and the.
Nope, I don't remember any of that because I was in my room by 6:30 every night.
Okay.
I was, remember?
No.
No, because you were out partying with your man. Poor little Hip Flippin Mama went back to her room by 6:30 every night to rest so that I would be ready for the next day.
I got food poisoning.
Yeah, you did. You really did. But it's because of my health problems that I did that. Just flying to eBay Open was enough to shock my system and shock my fibro that I needed to rest. So
you got to do what you got to do. I was down for 20 some hours with the food poisoning.
Yeah, you were. Yes, you were, poor thing.
I won't be eating at that place again. Anyway.
Hello, junk trader.
Hey, everybody that has come in. Hi there.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hello, Tip Tip Cherry.
My name is Hip Flippin Mamma.
And I'm still the flippin' hippo.
The flippin' hippo. You know what? Last night when I was helping on an auction, I had I don't know where it is right now. I had a colored pencil, right? And I picked it up and I went, and Rebecca says on live TV, "Did you just smoke a colored pencil?" I went, "Why, yes, I did smoke a colored pencil." She's like, "Why did you do that?" I said, "I don't know. Why not?"
Thank you for subbing to the channel, Jennifer Hayes. I just got the notification. If you're in the chat, thank you.
Jen's one of my OGs.
I keep my vape right next to me, but I try not to vape on live shows because I don't know. I guess I feel like it's the thing to not do. So right before I go live, I'm over here going.
A lot of people do start. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's better than cigarettes. So.
It is. I did talk about that a couple weeks ago. I haven't had a cigarette in like 3 years, and it's because of my crutch. But
let's put it this way: if you when people want to meet me, I have to be very, very, very careful because if you are a smoker, I cannot embrace you. We must be several feet apart. So, because even the smell, because I have a lung disease, even the smell of smoke can make me sick and can affect how I breathe. So I have to be very, very careful when I meet people. So if you are just, and it's just, if you smell like smoke, it can affect me. So, but if you vape, that's fine. That doesn't
smell like cookies.
Yeah, that doesn't affect me at all. So vape all you want. I say cigarettes should be banned and everybody should be vaping.
I agree.
Question 6.
Number 7.
7. What?
Sharabolo.
Sharabolo. Oh, be on the lookout for. I can't think of what it's called right now. Oh, shoot the boot. Okay. Churchill. Okay. It's sometimes called Churchill. It's sometimes called Georgian. It's got a Georgian shape, but the pattern is Churchill and it's willow blue. Okay. It's made in 1989. This is a glassware. I'm sorry. Look, I get excited. It comes in, it's cream with blue, the cobalt blue, right? Mm-hmm. And remember, the pattern's willow blue, but it's got Asian inspired themes and it's got big willow trees that blow through the wind, and it has salt and pepper shakers, it's got creamers, it's got sugar bowls, it's got coffee mugs. I wish I had a coffee mug right here and I would show it to you. It sells phenomenal. looks like something that wouldn't necessarily do that well. It doesn't look all that special, but it's because it's a Churchill, and because it's the willow pattern. And it's obviously it's blue. It's called willow blue, but it's just it's gorgeous, but it sells so well. Just the sugar bowl and the salt and pepper shakers sold for $25, and I underpriced it. I way underpriced it. I picked up 2 mugs. I sold those without even having to list them because somebody had emailed me and said, "Hey, do you have any more willow?" And I said, "Well, I did pick up a couple of mugs. Would you like those for $29.99 for 2 mugs?" And they only hold about 6 ounces, 8 ounces. They're like, sold. So it's definitely be on the lookout. I knew you were going to ask that, because I would have the mugs right here, but they're put away. I haven't shipped them out yet.
I just sold something. I'm listening to you. I won't remember Churchill after this, right? Or Georgian. But what will happen is someday I'll be in a thrift store somewhere and I will see a cream-colored sugar bowl with blue Japanese-looking trees or whatever. And I'll be like,
it looks like a little Japanese house, okay? And then it's got little willow trees. It looks like cattails blowing through the wind, and it's a Georgian shape.
I'll see it and I'll remember it. Just I'm a visual person.
I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up and show you the listing.
Sold some silver jeans on Poshmark.
Some silver jeans
on Poshmark. Poshmark's on fire. You guys, let me just tell you, I need to do a video in the next coming few days. I changed maybe 2 things that I do on Poshmark that I was being a crotchety old lady about digging in my heels I didn't want to do. And our sales have been on fire. Oh, that is nice. It is very, very nice. Very, very nice.
So that's what it looks like. This is definitely a bolo. I sold this for half of what I should have sold it for.
I feel like my grandmother maybe had some of that because it kind of looks familiar. I have her old orange, the orange Pyrex with the silver snowflake, the really expensive one?
No.
Oh, there is a Pyrex out there that it's orange and has this pattern on it, like silver snow. I don't even know what it's called.
Oh, the Pyrex is orange.
Yes.
Yes, I know what you're talking
about. It's the casserole dish with the glass lid you can bake in the oven.
Yes. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Tons of money. Yes. I didn't get rid of it because it was my grandmother's, and I cook in it like 2 times a week. It makes
you did your casserole in that with all the frozen vegetables that I thought there's no way in heck she's getting all those vegetables in that pan. I think that's the Pyrex you use.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Pyrex that you used. And I was just like, how did she get all those vegetables in that Pyrex container?
I'm magic. I made 3 taco pies tonight too.
Did you really?
You look at all the food and you're like, how is she going to condense that into 3 pie pans? I did it.
You do it.
And now we have food for the whole week and we don't have to cook. We can just work and heat up food.
Isn't that nice? My husband does 99% of the cooking, so I can't complain.
Yeah, I cook. I like to eat more than just ramen.
No, I'm an excellent cook. When I cook from scratch. But my husband, when I worked 9 to 5 for all of those years, he just, since we've been baby boomers, especially the last year since my daughter and granddaughter have moved out, and we actually haven't seen them since then. My daughter went away and is doing her own thing, and they'll come back when they're ready. But so ever since then, it's just been him and I. He already has dinner ready for me when I get home from work. But now that I'm home, he still likes to do most of the cooking because I'm usually still in my office working. So he just comes home from work and makes whatever he wants, and that's what we eat. I certainly don't complain. Hello, Maggie Doodle.
I'm going to throw Keith under the bus one more time tonight. He can't cook, which is... his grandmother is an amazing cook, or she was before she's like wheelchair bound now and has a hard time.
Aww.
But I guess he just never had any interest in learning. Now, my mom and grandmother were both good cooks, and I learned from them. But I did adapted. I make it all like one pot, magic meals and crock pots. I need to get an Instapot. I hear those are great.
Yeah, they are. Well, I don't have an Instapot. I have a different kind of pressure cooker. It was the one off the infomercial, but I was able to get it in the store. Something Power Pressure XL or something. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I use it and I love it.
I need to try one.
But my husband's a one pot wonder too. Whatever he can get in one pot or one casserole dish, yeah, he's the bomb at it.
Yeah, and what I'll do is double or triple recipes because Keith and I don't mind eating the same thing a couple nights in a row or just heating up leftovers. So you have, you spend a little extra time one night to double the recipe, and for a whole week you've got lunch, you've got fast stuff,
Well, my husband is half Asian, so his mother's from Okinawa. So when my husband cooks, he can cook authentic Asian food because his mother used to run restaurants in Okinawa. So when my husband cooks, it's some good food. It's some good food. You see my coffee cup? Can you read it? What's it say?
Do what you love.
Baby.
All right. Speaking of what you love and what you don't love, share a NOLO. And for those of you that don't know, a NOLO is the opposite of a BOLO. It's a never look out for.
You mean besides Beanie Babies?
Besides Beanie Babies.
Which I know you have some of.
I have. Oh, God. I made a mistake in the beginning. We're not going to talk about it.
Well, I would have to say what I have a hard time selling now is like the old jeans that used to go for a lot, like the Habitat and Habitat for Humanity. And I just sold a pair too. I accepted a best offer of $6 just to get them out of my store because I want to get out of clothes.
Citizens of Humanity.
Thank you, Citizens for Humanity, and Page jeans and all those fancy jeans and stuff like that. I just stay right away from all those now. So for me, those are NOLOs.
But it's not common for them to be. I will tell everyone watching, I still on the regs get $30 to $50 for Page and Citizen of Humanity.
I can't move them to save my life, but I
just said on the regs.
You did. You said on the rags.
On the regs. Regular.
Regs, yeah, regs. I thought you said on the rags, and I was like, well, okay. That's one benefit of being 51. I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Okay, you guys, you've all heard, I said it last week. We all hear people tell us to do as I say and not as I do, because we all do things that we advise other people not to do. So, Kelly, what is something you do that we shouldn't?
Open my mouth when I shouldn't. I would have to say altering things. Don't alter things, okay? Because you're 99.9% of the time you're going to screw it up, you're going to make it worse, and it's not going to look professional. I myself sew. So I can take a flaw in a piece of clothing and alter it and have it look like it's supposed to look like, not like somebody did a quick fix on it. Don't buy a pair of jeans. They didn't sell over winter. Now cut them off into short shorts, throw them through the wash so that they fray, and sell them. Because they're going to continue to fray. You need to put a zigzag hem in them at the fray mark where you want the fray to stop so that they don't continue to fray. So if you're going to alter something, make sure you know what you're doing, and it's going to be as if you were to purchase the item that way.
Very, very good advice, because I see that a lot in the groups where people are like, oh, just cut the jeans off. Oh, just do this. Oh, just do that. And I get a lot of advice on, if I find vintage or expensive plush and they're damaged, I just sell them as is and disclose it. People are like, well, zip it up, sew it up. I'm like, no, because I don't know how to sew.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, you're better off to leave it alone. Because even though I've been sewing, I used to sew my own clothes when I was 13. I don't sew my own clothes anymore, but I can mend like anybody's business, and you don't even know that it's been mended. I'm a mending professional. And I like to sew from hand. So that's a bonus in my book. I have several sewing machines, but certain things I like to do by hand, and you don't even know that they've been altered or mended. And that works in my favor because I can sew. Do I disclose it? Usually 99.9% of the time, yes, I do disclose it. If it's, where I can't find where I mended it, then no, I don't worry about it. But, 99.9% of the time, yes. Had a hole in the, upper right pit seam, I repaired it. You cannot tell. Or slightly noticeable or something, and I'll take a picture of it.
I got to see what that was.
I'm good luck, baby.
You are. Okay, your last serious question before we get into the goofy stuff.
What? We haven't been in the goofy stuff yet?
The on purpose goofy stuff.
Ah.
The best piece of advice you would give to other resellers, whether they're brand new or seasoned.
Best piece of advice, just do it. Do it, do it, do it. I have to tell myself that. Get off your butt and do it. I spend so much time organizing that I need to just stop organizing and do it. I get too wrapped up in my organizing, and I listed jewelry last night. I listed jewelry this morning. I didn't worry about my mess here. I didn't worry about my mess here. Look, I got a dinosaur puzzle here. I've got this block here. I've got this coffee cup I gotta send to Allie. Hopefully she's not watching, but isn't that cute?
Aww.
It's a unicorn that's a Boston pug, like Mochi.
That is a unicorn.
It is a unicorn. So, I've got stuff sitting everywhere, and it's like, okay, I should clean that, but you know what? No, I need to list, because I can't make money if I don't list. So, don't procrastinate and just do it. Get your listing done first. Somebody once said, do what makes you the money first, and then worry about everything else. And so that is what I've been trying to do.
That's really good advice. Ignore everything else around you and do what's going to make you money.
Yeah, it's just like if you're ever, if you're waiting until you can afford to have kids, you'll never be able to have kids because you'll never be able to afford them. You just have to do it. If you wait until you're so organized to list everything, you're never going to list because you're never going to be that organized.
Yeah, and I film right here where you guys probably look at where I film every video and think I have my stuff together, and I'm no. If you could see what's to my right, to my left, in front of me, this room is a disaster, and I spend maybe 5 or 10 minutes at the end of the day organizing and cleaning, but after I've done a YouTube video, listed, taken photos, everything that's going to make money. And if I don't get to it, guess what? That pile of clothes is still going to be there. It's listed. If it sells, hey, it's right here. I don't have to go upstairs to the serial killer room to get it.
Dusty Corner Vintage says, I feel you, Mama. I've got trouble with organizing too much also.
Yeah, I'm OCD, so I get that. That's why I use the to-do lists, so I can prioritize. And so I actually have to work down my list every day. It's part of my compulsiveness. And so I put list before I put clean. But
I just started making a list. I'll tell you about that later, though.
Okay, so you guys, you're ready for a little? That was a really weird face. Y'all ready for the lightning round?
Y'all ready for this?
Y'all ready for this? Bump, 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 bump. Let's not I got 10 questions in front of me that I chose, and one bonus question from Keith. They're off the wall, really weird trivia questions, but we're going to see what you know. You ready?
Go for it, baby.
How many days does a cat stay in heat?
In heat?
Yes.
7 to 10.
5.
5?
5.
I thought you were giving me high five that I was.
No, 5.
Okay.
David Worrell is a blind man in England who tried to rob a bank in London. What did he use as a weapon?
His cane.
He did. Yay. Ding, ding. I need to get a bell for when people are right. What color is absinthe?
What color is what?
Absinthe.
Absinthe or absent?
Absinthe.
Absinthe.
The poisonous alcoholic drink from the 1800s. Hey, Wade's in the house.
What color is it? I would say it's clear because it's absence of any color.
It's green.
Oh, well.
Say hi to Wade.
Hi, Wade. What's up, baby?
Thanks
hey, Wade, it's Donatella's birthday.
Who averaged one patent for every 3 weeks of his life?
Ooh, one patent for every 3 weeks of his life. It's either Einstein, Nikolai, or it's the other smart guy.
It's the other smart guy. It's Edison, Thomas
Yes,
Edison.
thank you. So does that count? Do I get 1/3 credit?
Sure, you get 1/3 credit.
Woohoo!
What laundry detergent came up with the slogan "Ring around the collar"?
Shout.
Whisk.
Whisk. Yes, whisk.
Whisk. I think that was back when we were kids. Which is the only state in the United States to start with the letter P?
The only state in the United States to start with the letter P. Pennsylvania.
Yes. I put that in there because I live in Pennsylvania, and if you got it wrong, I was going to rag on you.
Fun fact, I can sing all the states in alphabetical order.
We'll do that at the end.
No, we're not going to do it at all.
Okay.
Fun fact.
What's the capital?
If I couldn't think about it, I was going to go through Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut.
What's the capital city of Spain?
Had no idea.
Madrid.
Okay, good.
Which record label did Michael Jackson first record on?
It was Berry Gordy's Motown.
Yes, I was gonna sing a clue for you. Philly back again.
That wouldn't have helped me.
I think that's Boys to Men, maybe.
Oh yeah, Boys to Men.
Motown Philly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what did ancient Romans use to dye their hair?
They used like berries type things.
It's grosser than that.
Menstruation blood?
No, bird poop.
Bird poop?
Bird poop.
Okay, well, hey, some people drink coffees that have monkey poop in them.
Yeah, I've read about the cat poop too.
Nice.
Last one. What type of an animal is a skink? Not a skank, a skink.
A skink. It's related to the one that goes so slow, the sloth. Or a lemur. It's related to a lemur. I can't remember. What is it?
It's not a mammal.
Is it a lizard?
Yes, it's a lizard.
They're like they have a blue tongue.
Yeah, they're like almost snake-like. They hardly have legs.
Yep, and they have a blue tongue.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna do the this or that.
Okay.
The rules for this or that are
no spit or bodily fluid questions. Just skip them.
Did you see me double check?
Mm-hmm.
You can't pick. You can't say neither. You have to pick one.
Okay.
And go with your gut instinct. First one as fast as you can. Everybody can participate in the chat. Cat or dog?
Dog.
Hamburger or hot dog?
Hamburger.
Read or watch a movie?
Read.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
Gold or silver?
Gold.
Fruits or vegetables?
I love them both. I'll say vegetables because I have to have a colonoscopy next week.
Board games or card games?
Card games.
Breakfast or brunch?
Breakfast.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
All right. Now for Keith's bonus trivia. Why would he put this on here?
I lost my virginity at 17 to my husband.
Well, he wanted to know what the first 10 digits of pi are.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's 3.141592653.
Nope, sorry.
And his bonus this or that for you is Captain Kirk or Captain Picard.
I don't know who Picard is, so it's got to be Kirk.
Gotta be Captain Kirk. Captain Picard's the one from The Next Generation.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
James Patrick Stewart.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Whew. Now, do you have questions for me?
Well,
Well,
young star, this is my number one question for you, and I don't understand how you do this. How do you and Keith, while working together all the time, how do you do it? How do you work together? How do you keep a separation with work and relationship? How do you keep those two separate? I mean, do you guys work in different rooms so that you don't kill each other? I mean, how is it that you do it? Because
he
I
still works
cannot do
outside
that
of the
myself.
house. So, but he has weird hours. So I sleep. He leaves for work around 6, 5:30 or 6, and I sleep until 10. But from 10 to 2:30, I'm alone. He's not here.
So he works outside the home.
Still, yes.
Oh,
We're avid fans of David Ramsey, so we're doing it the smart way. We are saving up an entire year's worth of income and expenses before he quits.
high five.
So there's that. But yes, we also work in different rooms. He works very differently than I do. He likes to list from the phone. He likes to sit in the bed and list on the phone or on the couch in the other room or wherever. And I like to be in the eBay room in the office area at my desk. So when we're listing and taking photographs, we're separate. We do the shipping together, but we have a system for that where he pulls because of my back and I wrap in tissue paper and put it in the card and all that crap. And then he puts the labels on, and we're quiet when we do that. And sourcing, we split up. So I guess the answer is we just do our own thing. We're each in different charge of different things that we source and list. So even when we go to Goodwill or the yard sales, we split up. He goes off to look at what he lists, and I go off to look at what I list.
He's got his things that he does all the time. You've got your things that you do all the time. He's not jumping into and saying, why don't you do it this way? And you're not jumping into his going, well, why don't you do it this way?
No, because I do the jeans and the plush and the women's clothes. He does all the men's clothes, electronics, video games, ties. Gotcha. He does all the Amazon. I don't even touch the Amazon. He doesn't even touch the Poshmark. I guess we work separate, but together when we need
together.
When we need to teamwork for shipping and stuff. And then as far as relationship goals, we one evening a week we take off work to fold our laundry together and put it away, and we watch a TV show while we do it. Something we both like Gotham or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We meet up at least for dinner every day. We come to the table civilized humans, I guess, and eat together. The lunch and breakfast, whatever, but dinner we have to eat together. And we either watch a movie together on Saturday or go to the movies together, and we go out to eat once a week on date night.
Gotcha. That sounds like a plan. My husband and I would kill each other.
But we are the same. We were best friends for 10, 12 years before we ever even dated.
Well, that's good. You had a respect for each other before you became intimate, so that's good.
We're best friends, and we're both nerds and into the same nerd stuff. So
yeah, see, my husband and I aren't, so that's opposites attract. Okay, so with your store, I know that you are a very hard worker and you strive to meet goals. You set very high goals for yourself. Is there a specific number of items that you have to have in your store at all times, or is there a number that you're striving to reach and trying to get there? And if so, do you have to attain that in order to feel successful?
Used to, but we learned to let it go. We were aiming for an anchor store at one point. To make an anchor store pay for itself, you've got to have something like 3,400 listings.
Mm-hmm.
We were striving for that for a whole year. We got to 2,800 listings, but then you just start spinning your wheels. Sorry. And the more you list, the more you sell. So the harder it is to grow, first of all.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Second of all, we kind of took a step back and looked at all the bread and butter filler items that we were just buying to have listings.
Mm-hmm.
And we just dropped a bunch of stuff. And so now we try to do more of a daily/weekly goal each rather than a total number. We hover between 1,800 and 2,000 these days. And that's good enough.
Excellent. That is excellent.
That's where we stay. But I try to list 10 a day. And we don't list on the weekends. That's the other thing. Weekends are all for sourcing, organizing, cleaning, things that we need to do. I try to do 20 on Fridays because I don't do photographs on Fridays. So I try to do 60 to 80 listings a week. See, there again, there's a gap. I'm not going to stress out if I only hit 60.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get to 80, that's great. And then his goal is around 80 to 100. And his is more than mine because he just comes home and lists from his other job. I have YouTube. I have Poshmark.
Right. Right. And it's, like I said, my stores is little tiny potatoes, like those little purple fingerlings. That's what my store is. So I just wonder for overachievers like you, if, that matter, because I know how driven you are, even with your health limitations. I know with mine,
until it was becoming stupid.
Well, I know you were really burning the candle at both ends there for a while. So, okay. Now, do you and Keith see yourself branching out in any way? Because, doing 5,000 a month in Amazon FBA, or getting a warehouse and just really branching out and blowing up like some other resellers and channels have done.
Not in the way that they do, and we already have.
So you've already blown up and expanded?
We've already done different things that aren't on eBay.
Okay. Gotcha. Wink. Wink.
But I mean, I don't ever see us doing wholesale and having a warehouse. But there are
you like the level that you're at.
We'd like to be more, but first thing is to save up that year's worth of money and get him home. So that's what we're working towards right now. So we do what we can. But there's things that I don't, even Casey will tell you, we don't tell you guys everything all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I told you, something Keith sells maybe that's different from what I usually talk about
right
in the market.
I have that too, my love. I understand. Now, right now you're sole proprietor and you actually are an employee of Keith, no?
Yes. He owns everything. I'm a freelancer.
Correct. So you're a 1099. Does he have any plans at all in becoming an LLC? No? He wants to stay sole?
Yeah, as far as I know, he wants to stay sole prop. And
okay. Now, my last question, and this is a very important one. What is your favorite? I'm not going to ask you what your favorite thing to flip is because I know it's plush. But what is your favorite time of the year to flip? And why is it a pure pleasure for you to flip at that time? Not including Christmas because it's money. It has to be pleasure, not money driven like Christmas time. So what's your favorite, time of year to flip and why? Not related to money, but pure pleasure.
Summertime, because yard sales. I get all kinds of really different, unique hard goods, vintage plush. It's the only time of the year that I'm not just listing all day, every stinking day, just jeans, and plush. And that's all we have here when it's cold. We have the 99-cent Goodwill, so that's what you stock up on when it's cold. And occasionally you find a good video game or a good book. Occasionally you'll run into a DVD VCR combo. But in the summer, like the 3 months that we get yard sales here, it is pure pleasure. The hunt is on every Saturday. We're at yard sales, we're at church sales. You're digging through the toys. You're finding those 80s plush. You're finding the iPods and the video games and the consoles and the cool shoes, like from the Reebok factory with the tags on. See how excited I get?
You getting excited about shoes?
Yeah, I mean, I have found some really super cool shoes at yard sales.
Do you put your surgical gloves on when you're getting ready to do your shoes? Are you opening up your surgical gloves like this and getting ready to put them on and whatnot?
Yeah, they're right here on my cart.
Look at my gloves.
I got these, a whole bag full.
Yep.
But I think
it's
not like the used shoes that I get from Goodwill on 99 cents. They're different. I have found shoes that were testers from factories never worn with the little inspector tags on them.
Nice.
So that, I mean, as soon as you asked me that question, I knew the answer already. It's summertime because the yard sales are full.
And it's people that live in states that can garage sale, estate sale all year round just don't understand how important it is for us East Coasters to be able to do that.
It's like I almost, I feel like every year when it starts to get warm and the sales start to happen, it's like we're butterflies coming out of our cocoon. All winter, it's maybe 1 out of every 100 items we find at the Goodwill is unique or a hard good.
Mm-hmm.
All winter, we're stocking up, not bad clothes. We find good clothes and stuff that flips for money, but that's really all you can get in cold states. And then when the yard sales start happening, it is on. I don't ever get out of bed before like 9 or 10 because I don't sleep well at night, and I'm usually not asleep till 3. I get up at 6 in the morning for yard sales. That should tell you something.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I don't know why we're getting feedback now, but that's kind of how I am too, as far as garage sales and whatnot. This coming up weekend will be the 3rd weekend for garage sales in Michigan.
Dominic popped in. I don't know if he's still here, but hi, Dominic. Hello, Dominic. Okay, you got another question?
No, that was 5.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't feel like 5.
No, it doesn't. It never does because it's just you and I, baby.
Yeah, just chatting. So we've been on for about an hour, but I want to open up the floor for questions if you're cool to stay around for like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You would be in your glory. See, I don't know. I might get tired of yard sales if it was an everyday occurrence. Maybe it's so exciting to us because it's special.
I agree with you, Star. I think that's why. I might plug in headphones, shouldn't I?
If I moved to Florida, I would maybe look into doing the wholesale warehouse stuff. There's too many resellers to compete with, I think, in the stores down there. I think, from what I hear.
I think that if I were able to source all year round, I think that's all that I would do. I don't think I would do anything but source.
Well, we only source on the weekends because I can't go along because I can't lift over 5 pounds.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, if we lived closer, I would do all your lifting for you.
Oh, we could thrift together. And we wouldn't even fight over the jeans because you don't like jeans.
What the heck?
I could get all the jeans.
Yes. And jeans used to be my favorite thing to list.
They're my second favorite. Absolutely. But we only go on the weekends because I need him. So I even look forward to that all week. But if I went sourcing every single day, I think it would become more of a tedious chore.
I guess my answer should have been when you asked me what is a no-low. And really, no-low should be anything that is cheap. Anything that it's only 69 cents. So yeah, I'll make $5 or $6 on it. That's how you end up with so many death piles that sit for so long that the clothes are no longer in style and you have no other choice but to redonate them.
Or you have a clearance section in your store with 300 items for 99 cents with $8 shipping. But that brings us so much traffic. We have all of our mistakes in this little clearance. It's called the clearance hut at the Hippo Hut.
Yeah, there you go. We're gonna have a garage sale this summer. That's where some of mine's gonna go.
It brings a lot of traffic to the store, and most people will buy more than one thing. So if they buy 5 things, they've now paid $40.
Dusty Corners Vintage is asking, do you guys go to day 2 of yard sales? Absolutely. If I didn't go to day 2 of yard sales, I wouldn't make many of them. I always go to day 2. Usually by day 2, people are so exhausted from day 1, they'll practically give things away.
Kathy hit the nail on the head for our area. They're usually only on Saturday. There's usually not very many on Sunday around here, and estate sales only run Friday through Saturday.
Donatella, you still got hundreds of the jeans from the hoarders unit. Bless your heart.
Gosh, I would. I love. Here's why I plush is my favorite to source and photograph. They're fun. They're toys, but I like jeans because of, I already said I have OCD and I like things to be methodical and make sense and be in order. I can have a stack of jeans on my rolly chair here, and I can have Forensic Files or CSI Friends, whatever I'm into this week, whether it's crime shows or something funny, but I can put a show on and I can sit here comfortably in my chair, not hurting my back, and I can just methodically measure one right after the other. And then I can, I have a poster board that goes right on top of the table. The Android has a button that you flip and it takes a picture and shrinks it. So I can literally get the full length jeans just like this on my camera.
It does what?
Here, let's see. I don't know if I could show you. But like you can literally have like a pair of jeans laid out full length on this table, which is like this long.
Mm-hmm.
And normally it would look
right
like that, right? Can you
right.
see? So you push this. Can you see how small I am now?
Yeah. Is that an iPhone or Android?
It's an Android S10. Best thing ever is Androids for people with bad backs, because let me tell you, I can measure all the jeans from one rolling chair to the next while I'm watching TV and having snacks, whatever I want to do. We wash and dry all our clothes, so I'm not worried about, touching the clothes.
Right.
But then I put them back up here on the poster board, got my lights, and I press that button and it takes the jeans on my screen and makes them like that big, but it gets the full length. So when I upload it to eBay and crop it, it looks like I was standing above it or whatnot, but I don't have to move from this chair. I just throw them up here, push that button, boom, boom, boom.
See, and that's one of the reasons I like to get out of clothes, because hard goods, I can list sitting from a chair and I can photograph them sitting from a chair. And I like the cleaning of the hard good, and I like the polishing and, and the photographing of it. It's just something that I find so beauteous and I enjoy it. Where clothing, there's nothing beautiful about clothing, No,
there's something beautiful and soothing about a pile of jeans and getting those measurements.
Yeah, I used to be, when I was a retail manager way back in the day when I was pregnant for my kids and whatnot, I used to thrive on folding a pair of jeans in just such a way that when you stack them all up in your retail store, they look perfect, so I understand that.
And I also like this little game I play with myself. When I I measure them first and then I photograph them. And then we store them in either a poly if they're first class or a padded flat if they're more. We store them in the packages they're going to be shipped in their bins, and they get a location. So after all the photos are done, I fold the jeans onto our scale, and I take out one of our location tags. We take them off of stuff at shipping time and replace them. So if something from A8 slot 25 sold today, tomorrow when Keith takes another men's shirt, it'll go right back in there. So I put the jeans after the photos on the scale, take a tag, and I put it like this with the scale, and I get a photo of that. So when I list, I can see the weight to know if it was a padded flat or first class, and I can see its location for the SKU line. The game I like to play with myself is when I'm folding them and feeling them based on their size and how they feel, I try to guess, are these going to be pushing first class 15-ounce, 16-ounce jeans, or are these going to be padded flats? And I'm almost always right. I've gotten to the point where I can almost just tell you how much a pair of jeans weighs.
When I say I hate jeans, I didn't say I didn't still sell them. I just said I no longer like them. But clearly, I'm still working jeans. But you can see they're nicely folded. So
Yes. I just went through like 40 pairs over the weekend, just watching TV. And yeah, somebody said they wondered how I did that. I'm sure you did, because most people that take the full length jeans will stand up and they have to bend over. I can't do that with my back. So I just use that. See if I can show you again. You guys can see me. And there's this button right here on the
see, I wish that were available on the iPhone.
And you push that right. I have to look at it to push it. And you see the difference?
What is that feature called?
Android is better than iPhone.
Oh, be quiet.
I don't know what it's called.
Listen. When your 29-year-old son says, Mom, this is the phone that you're going to get because this is the best phone for your eBay business right now, and I'm buying it for you, you take what you're given.
I agree. But
you know,
when you're a nerd and you're a techie nerd and your boyfriend is a computer geek, you take what he gives you.
Yeah, my son is like, okay, he works at Verizon. So he knows all the phones. He knows all the options. He knows everything about every phone. So he's like, okay, this phone's got the best camera. This has the best options. This has got this. So, I mean, he bought me my iPad. He bought me my iPhone. He got me all my accessories. So, you know, he asked me, he's like, Mom, your contracts or your phone's getting ready, your 2-year contract or whatever on your phone's getting ready to expire. Have you been thinking about phones? And I said, yeah, I'm keeping the one I have. That's how I've been thinking about it. I like the one I have. I've got everything down to a science on drafting on my phone. And he's like, you sure you don't want a new phone? Because we've got some that are, you know, really good with some good features and stuff that'd be good for your business. And I said, no, I'm happy with the one that I have. You know,
we have Galaxy Forever. So every year
about that.
Yeah, every year a new phone comes out, we get it. You just have to give them your old. It's like we'll never own a phone. We lease, kind of like
right.
Dave Ramsey tells you never to do with cars. But
yeah,
being what we do for a living, it does make sense to upgrade every year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wouldn't be like, if you look back through my older Jane photos, I never had I had the folded up with the legs. You know what I'm talking about? I had the front and the back of that, and then any close-ups of distressing buttons, tags, proof that it was authentic. I never had full-length jeans ever until I got this feature on the phone, and I could do it without having to stand. Because I can't stand up for longer than 5 minutes or I'm in pain. I can't bend over. So if you look through my old jeans, when you start seeing those full-length ones, it was either Keith started taking some full-length ones for me, like right at the beginning of this year, because we had heard having those get you better sales. And then while I was trying it on a hanger, that didn't work out. Then I got this phone, and I will tell you, my jeans have increased. Like if you include that full-length front and back,
right? Mm-hmm.
People are more likely to buy them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. See, I hang mine, and I always do a full frontal and a full back of anything, any clothing item that I sell, and then I'll take it off the hanger, and then I'll do my flat lays.
That's what I do. I also, on women's clothing, I try to take like a side view so they can see what it'll look like from the side. But men's is just front and back, and I don't even touch men's clothes anymore. Keith does them all. Somebody says they think it's called full. I think it's something specific to this phone because I don't remember having this option until I got this phone. Has 3 camera holes.
Oh wow, that's probably why.
Because you push that button, it's looking through all 3 camera holes, and that's what allows it to do that. And the only drawback, people complain, excuse my Joker from Batman background, I'm such a geek. If you look up here, see that black dot? Mm-hmm. That's from that 3rd extra camera eye. And that black dot is always there. And it's really super annoying when I'm trying to read a book. You see it?
Yep.
When I try to read my ebooks, there's like this black, and there's a way to get rid of it. He showed me, but it's too much hassle. So I've gotten used to it, and I just like try to ignore it. I turn the light way down on this, so it's really dim when I go to read myself to sleep at night. But that black dot, not until the S10 did I ever see that or hear about the 3 eyeballs back there.
Yeah, I've never seen that either. Mine's only got the 2.
Yeah, I'm thinking this was specific to the S10. I know
I guess it does have 3, but I don't know.
I don't know. It has been the best thing I have ever done. Our jeans have all but doubled across Posh Market, eBay, and I can get the photos I need to get because I used to just skip them because to me it was like, well, I'll make a few less sales because I can't do it physically, you know. But now, like, it's like boop boop boop. Like I can see it and I just take it.
I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I gotta talk to my son.
Don't be too jealous. It's an expensive phone. The Galaxy Forever was something we got for free, grandfathered in when we stayed with Sprint years ago.
Well,
and they honor it, but
I'm not gonna lie. We're on my son's.
Bye, Dominic.
Bye, Dominic. We're on our son's cell phone plan. He pulled us over when he first started with Verizon years and years ago. So we pay hardly anything for our cell phone service. And accessories and all of that stuff he always buys for me because he gets it at a really huge discount.
Oh, I bet he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been grandfathered in on a lot of things that we have that they don't offer anymore. But it's good.
That's good. I would keep it. I would keep it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are you still getting back feed from me? Because I've got my. No? Okay.
You got your earphone in. See, last week Casey had to put his in, and it's only when I do Hangouts. Like if I do Facebook chat or anything like
that. It wasn't like that at first. And then towards the 9 o'clock mark, I could hear some feedback. But even when I had put it in, I could hear some feedback. So, but then I turned my speaker off, and then I could still hear like an echo of what I said. But now I'm not hearing it. So,
have we? Oh, don't get me started about flea markets in our area.
Yeah, we have to pay to get into a flea market in our area, and it's not that good.
Well, we don't even have a flea market. We have this thing called a pop-up flea market, and it's actually really close to us. It's like 5 minutes up the road. It's on the way to the shopping center that we go to for groceries and all of our restaurants and stuff. It's this little parking lot, and like 3 or 4 times a year, people pop up to show up for the pop-up flea market. But they aren't selling, like, let me not lie. Let me say they do sometimes sell good stuff. I did get a Big Bird nutcracker there that sold for quite a bit of money. But for the most part, everybody there is either selling vegetables because Pittsburgh is big farmland. Pennsylvania is big farmland. Or they have tables full of 150 shampoos, conditioners, and whatever. They must be extreme couponers, right? But that's not a flea market. The flea markets that Casey took us to when we went down to Florida, those were flea markets.
Yeah.
And all day people go there every day. These vendors have stalls that they sell from all the time. There was food, there's people. That's a flea market. We don't have anything like that in this area.
We don't either. We don't either. No, we don't either.
Today.
Just me, Kathy says, this was a little bit ago, I'm super jealous of areas where they start garage sales and yard sales on Thursdays. Well, here they do. There's garage sales and yard sales all week long. And if you subscribe to the yard sale treasure map, you will get all of the sales that are Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday.
Yeah, ours are only Saturday and Sunday on the app.
Hold on just a moment. What's that?
Everything else is always grayed out on ours. But that's what it's like.
I'll show you.
That's for Saturday.
Do you subscribe?
Do we do the paid version, you mean?
Yeah.
We tried that last summer and it wasn't really worth it for us.
Oh, it's been worth it for me. Let me tell you what, and I've only used it for 2 weekends.
We didn't actually
during the week.
But I mean, even yard sale season here is not what other people think of as yard sale season. This is just a different. This is
what it'll give you. It'll give you an option for any day during the week.
Yeah, we have that, but only ones that we can touch on and click are Saturday and Sunday usually.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes Friday if there's estate sales. I just think that a lot of people around here only do them on Saturdays.
Well, if this gives you any indication of Wednesday sales, there's 2 sales tomorrow, so I'll probably check those out tomorrow. But then if you switch to Thursday, you know it's going to go up exponentially. And I'm being summoned to another another live, but that's okay.
Well, no, we've been on it for over an hour, so we'll wrap it up real quick.
Oh no, you're fine, honey. You're fine. You're fine, Star.
No, I usually don't stay on much longer than an hour, so it's okay. We can go ahead and wrap it up. I can always have you back again too.
Oh, you're so sweet. But no, I mean you're priority number 1, so I'm here as long as you want me.
Well,
could you imagine if I knocked on your door and came in? How much fun we would have?
Yeah, we had a lot of fun in Vegas. We sure did.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, I'll go ahead and start wrapping up anyway. My back's starting to.
Okay, honey.
I gotta share Posh chat too. You see me trying to look at the time. I have old eyes.
I know. I was thinking. Wow, it's 9:15. Star loves me because we're still live.
Yeah. So let me first and foremost thank you, Hip Flippin Mamma, Kelly, for coming on the show. I appreciate it. And for everyone that followed her over here that had never heard of me before, that gave me a chance to see her, thank you. If you subbed during the show, thank you.
Yes, thank you. If you subbed to me during the show, thank you very much.
Yeah,
and thank you for having me on.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. My subs, you need to follow her on Instagram and subscribe to her YouTube channel. Link is in the description box. Join our Facebook group. Link for that is also in the description box. We have the best reselling members of the community in my group. No holds barred. Positive group full of really great people. So sub to her, follow her, join our Facebook group. If you haven't already and you want to subscribe to us, please do and help us feed a hungry hippo. And before I let you go, I got to give you a clue for who is up next Tuesday night on the chopping block on the new Hanging with the Hippos interview.
And while you're doing that, thanks you guys. Mama loves you. I just lost a ring. Mama loves you, and it was so nice to see all my lovelies in the chat and all my new lovelies in the chat. So I'm so looking forward to getting to know a lot of you guys. Thank you, Star.
Thank you so much for coming on, and everyone that was here for even if you just popped in and popped out, time is money in our business. So I appreciate any time you give me and my guests. Next week guest, your clue is she's a boss lady. I will drop another clue Thursday or Friday in the Facebook group, and you guys will get a chance to guess who it's going to be.
Is it Bexa?
Who?
Apparently not. If you're going who?
Well, I didn't even hear what you said. I heard a Vespa, like a car.
Bexa.
Oh, I heard Vespa. I'm like, a car? But she is a boss lady. She will be on next Tuesday. Join our Facebook group so you can get the second clue on Thursday. And I guess that's everything. I didn't mention you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Flippin' Hippos across all social media. I could have been a car salesman or an auctioneer, guys.
Wow.
So until next time, if I have to get up to turn this off, actually. So I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to blow kisses and say love you, love you, love you. And then you can wave at people. And
love you back.
Thank you, everybody, so much. I love each and every one of you. Until next time, I'm going to go turn this off, and you can look at Kelly's lovely face for a couple seconds.
Lucky you.